Hi everyone, welcome to Yoga with Libby. Libby here. Today we have a short yoga practice that anyone can do to feel strong and steady for today. So let's begin by standing. We're going to stand the entire practice. I do have a chair behind me. Feel free to put yours in front of you for extra support. So let's just begin in a nice tall stance, and we're going to start with breathing and shoulder rolls. So take some nice deep breaths as you roll your shoulders up and back, staying nice and relaxed, just getting some movement into those shoulders. Last two, last one. Okay, take your hands to your hips and focusing on your breathing, let's take a few nice deep breaths, breathing in and breathing out, keeping a nice natural breath. You might even take your hands to your ribs and feel that breath in. As you breathe in, your ribs expand. As you breathe out, your ribs draw down and in. One more like that. Nice deep breathing. And relax. Okay, mountain pose. Our strong, steady posture for today. Take your hands, face your palms forward, thumbs out to the side of the room. Feel your weight balanced on both feet. Feel a soft bend in your knees and your hips floating over your knees. We'll start with that nice tall mountain pose. Now let's inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, and exhale, release your arms down. 3 more, just like that. Inhaling and exhaling. 2 more. On your last one, let's lift those arms up and overhead and take our hands to heart center. From here, open elbows. Open your arms out to the side and then return. With your elbows nice and lifted, we are opening through our chest. We're getting some nice movement of our back muscles. Last 2. Last one, and release the arms down. Chair pose. Sit your hips back like you're sitting into a chair, and let's bring our hands to heart center to begin with. From here, float your arms out front like you're holding a box out in front of you, and now lift your arms overhead as you stand up tall. Let's do that again. Start with your hands at heart center, sit back, chair pose, reach your arms straight out forward like you're holding a box, and then as you stand up, the arms float overhead, return the hands to heart center. Let's take our hands to our hips. And we're going to do a wide-legged forward fold. So take your feet out nice and wide, hinge at your hips, but keep your back nice and long. Feel the weight of your heels into the floor and straighten back up. Now, turn one foot out to the side and make sure you're pressing back through your back heel, warrior 2 pose. We're going to keep our weight balanced between our front and our back foot. We're going to charge into that front knee. Option to float your arms shoulder height, and let's take our gaze and look over the front fingertips. As we hold warrior 2, we breathe in and we breathe out fully. Let's return the hands to the hips. Reverse warrior 2. Float your front arm straight, and now we're going to take that arm and reach it up to the ceiling and open through our side body. Return your arm to warrior 2, triangle pose. Straighten that front leg. Send your hips back as you reach forward, and then let your hand come down to the front leg. Feel long through both sides of your waist. Your back hand can stay at your hip for extra support today. Your gaze can look down to the floor. You can look straight across the room or up to the ceiling, whichever option feels best for you. Let's return the hand to the hip, straighten back up, and return to our wide-legged forward fold. So hands to your hips, straight back, lengthen through your back, straighten back up, walk the feet back in, hands back to heart center. Let's try that on the other side, starting with our chair pose. So sit back like you're sitting into a chair, nice long back, reach those arms out forward, stand up tall. One more time on chair pose, hands heart center. Sit back into your chair, strengthen through your lower body, reach those arms straight out, you're holding a box, straighten back up, hands to heart center. Now we're going to take that wide stance once again, hands to hips. Lengthen through your back as you take a wide-legged forward fold. Weight is on your heels, getting a nice stretch to the back of the leg. Straighten back up. Rotate your opposite foot this time to the side room. And make sure once again you're pressing back through your back heel, you're bending into your front knee, warrior two pose. Option to float your arms shoulder height. And then turn your head gently so you're looking over those fingertips as you continue to breathe in and breathe out. Take your hands to your hips. Reverse warrior two. Front arm's going to reach forward, lift up to the ceiling, open through this side so we get balanced on both sides. Return to warrior two with the arm. Straighten the front leg. Hinge your hips back as you reach forward like you're putting a book on a shelf. Triangle pose. Let that hand come down to the front leg. Let's keep our hand again at our hip for extra support. Now you can look down to the floor. You can look straight across the room, or you can look forward. Return the hand to the hip, straighten back up, walk the feet back in. Let's finish this short sequence with a balance pose. So we're gonna do tree pose. Standing firmly on one leg, lift your opposite heel off the floor so you're opening at your hips. You can keep your hands at your hips. You can take your hands to heart center. And you can make this a little bit more of a challenge by lifting your foot off the floor, just avoiding the knee area. So taking your foot to your shin. You've got it, nice balance. Take your hands to your hips, step the foot down, maybe march out the feet, and we'll take it to the other side. So standing firmly on one leg, lift your heel. Feel your abdominals nice and strong, your chest is open. Taking any arm position that feels right for you today. And again, adding a little challenge, if that feels accessible for you today, to take one foot off the floor. You've got it. Excellent job. Challenging our balance a little bit each day. Step that foot down. Let's finish our practice in mountain pose, back where we started. So coming full circle, standing tall, keeping that breathing steady. You've got it. Well done. I'm so glad you joined me today. I will see you next time.